we offer them to be a participating sponsor.
Hmm.
And that way they still get the recognition in our program and on our website. Yeah,
Well, and I think the misconception is that it's a Prescott event,
it is not. No.
because the money is raised so
Right.
far totally in Prescott, but you're helping band members and music across almost countywide,
Yeah, Quad City.
the Quad
Quad
Cities.
City,
Okay.
yes, yes. And the other misconception is it's city employees that are running this. We are 100% volunteers. There's about 12 volunteers, and we're just volunteers. It's not
Hmm.
a city-run event. So,
And that's probably a good thing.
mhm,
We see sometimes when the city runs things, it's a little
mhm.
different than how somebody from a private partnership or the public or the community would do it. I'm just still fascinated with the passion of being a band player. Okay, I'm a golfer. Well, no, I pretend I play a golfer on TV, but I pick up my clubs. I go out there. I find enough balls living out there, so I don't have to buy them. So I lose them, and it's part of the reprocessing. Is I find it, I hit it, I lose it, somebody else finds it, and that's the great thing about golf. But when you're in a band, you know, my outlying is clubs and shoes.
Mhm.
When you're in a band, it's expensive to be a
Yes.
musician.
Oh, yes. Yes. And the one thing that people might not know is these performers, they come to Acronite and they're not charging. They're doing it free. All of their tip money comes back to Acronite. That's what we use for the scholarships. So the
Hmm.
performers are doing this 100% out of the kindness of their heart, and they're not getting any money for it. So,
And a lot of them, it's their livelihood,
yes,
or
yes,
it's their gig job.
yes. Mm-hmm.
That's how they pay the bills, or that's how they
Mm-hmm.
pay their rent. And, being in workforce, which I am, you know, I recognize a lot of musicians in this town that, are contractors, are, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
firefighters. They have the love of music, but
Mm-hmm.
they realize, hey, I
Yeah.
can't make my living,
It's just a
playing
side
music.
gig. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just the preparation and the cost. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what does, you coming, you said your husband played drums?
No, he played bass.
Okay, how much does a bass guitar cost if you're going to,
Yeah, a
be a
lot,
performer?
depending on the quality that you want. I mean, it could be inexpensive all the way up to a lot of money.
And knowing your husband, he can't just have one.
He does have
No,
just one.
no.
Yep, he had his original when he was a kid because he started at age 12. I think he got rid of that, but the bass he has now, he actually made. It's
By hand.
beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. And he has just one. It's hanging up in his office at home on the wall.
What do you think of that, Drew? Can you make a bass?
Drew, I'm Matt.
Matt, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay, Pat.
Sorry, guilty.
I was going to answer.
There you go. Go
Drew's
ahead.
gonna answer. Go for
Are
it.
you a
Drew.
musician, Drew?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Pat. It's just because you're not used to the mornings.
Yeah.
I
That,
am. I'm
that's
still-
what it is.
I'm still waking up.
Have
Yeah.
another cup of
it's
coffee.
very early.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's about the third cup of coffee.
You need a bigger coffee.
I know, I
That's
need a
what it
big
is. That's
one.
the key.
Not the Maverick
But-
coffee. I need the bigger coffee.
Well, didn't you ever want to be a rock star?
Not really. Growing up, the parents forced me to, go to a steel guitar, with the little thing that you do that and do that. I couldn't even do a note. And then I tried to play trombone, because I have long arms and that,
That's difficult.
yeah. I lasted a little bit, but it wasn't my forte.
And we try to get our boys involved in music, and they wanted nothing to do with it. So I don't know if it skips a generation.
Now, do you play or do you sing?
Oh, gosh, no. And I don't sing either. My family, when we'd get together to sing Happy Birthday, would be like fingernails on a chalkboard. Poor Phil, my husband, he just cringes. It's like, all right, you start us off.
Obviously, you don't listen to the show very much, do you?
Yes. She
always-
could sing with us.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
always
no,
forced
you
to
don't
sing
want
on
that.
this. It's awful.
Yeah, we do.
But you know what? Even karaoke.
Oh, gosh, no. Nope,
It's-
don't do
come on.
karaoke either.
Karaoke's okay once in a while if you have enough.
No way. Well, I guess if you have enough, yeah.
If you have enough.
And it depends if you're singing or listening.
Man, listening can be tougher than singing
Right.
sometimes. But you know
Sometimes,
what? But you know what? At least it's an option for people to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how many people that's their jam. Hey, go to Matt's or go to, where they have karaoke and do it.
Right, yeah, and I've been seeing Matt's advertising karaoke, on Thursdays, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they got karaoke tonight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh wow. Hey,
I'll
we'll
be
be
there
there. We'll be
afterwards.
there, Matt.
Yeah, time to get over there.
Well, but the hot thing is now is the line dancing and all the lessons.
True.
I mean, you can go pretty much anywhere or find some place to learn how to dance 7 nights a week. I mean, they're doing it at the resort. They're doing it downtown. I mean,
I've
music.
seen Matt, yeah.
Yeah, music is a big part of Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We gonna
Let's
take a
see.
break?
Oh, we'll do a break. Yeah.
Okay.
we'll do
When we
that.
come
I'll throw
back,
that at ya.
we're gonna do our first donut test. So, phone lines are open 928-541-1016. Thank you for listening to the Leza Live Show, and we'll be right back. And we're back with a Thursday edition of the Leza Live Show on KYCA 1490 AM. It's Pat Kirkendall filling in while Lisa and I haven't said congratulations to Leza and Scott. Congratulations on your new grandbaby. I've seen the pictures. That is so amazing. And it's cold in New York, so you guys keep that cold weather out there because it's beautiful here.
Right, yeah, they're getting a ton of snow, and still it's not even her due date. Her due date was the 17th, so she came a week early.
Oh, wow.
10 days early, actually, I think. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So, one thing Drew pointed out, and this is why we have Drew, and his name is Drew Gull.
Drew Gull.
Yeah. So, Matt's has karaoke on Wednesday nights from 6 until 8. Today is line dancing and lessons, right, Drew?
Correct. Line dancing lessons 6 to 8.
There you go.
Are you going to be there?
Oh, yeah, me, Twinkle Toes? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there, no. Yeah.
No, we don't want people to laugh that hard.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I think I pretend like I'm a cowboy once in a while and try to two-step or something like that, but I look pretty silly. I mean, when you're 6'4", you kind of stand out in the crowd and everybody kind of looks at you, and sometimes it's just better to be short. So, okay, we just did our first test on our first maple bar.
It was good.
We got it good.
Nice maple flavor.
Nice maple flavor.
So what's the goal? Am I guessing where it's from?
We're going to just pick the best one.
Oh, the best one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
All right.
guys, Drew, what do you think?
Definitely a solid, very solid maple bar. I like the top. It wasn't like too sugary for
The
me.
texture.
Yeah,
We got to
it's
do
very
the texture.
soft. Yeah,
I think that's what cooks say. I'm not a cook, but
Yeah.
it's the texture that
It's
we
the
put on the
texture.
donut that makes it more flavorable.
Yeah, you have to call in and ask Barry tomorrow
yeah.
But how to
about the texture.
is
and
it the
cooking?
texture?
I don't know.
Is
I
he
go
in
by
tomorrow?
the taste.
Yeah. Yeah, Barry's our host all the Fridays except for, I think, next Friday. I think Santos is in next Friday.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
to have Santos in once in a while.
Sometimes, yeah. He's got a comedy show, by the way, on Friday night.
Where
So, Prescott Valley.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's the Clean Show. So,
The clean show.
yeah, they do a clean show in Prescott Valley. No swearing. Anyone under 18 is allowed to come in, all that kind of stuff, because they don't serve booze. So,
Is that part of the 360 thing out there? There's a big club out there, 360. I think it's
No.
affiliated with the Potter's House or something.
no, this is the theater that's next to the Findlay Toyota Center.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Man, that place is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
That is amazing. Hey, and we need to do another shout. Well, I'm going to do 2 shout-outs. First of all, traffic was a bear today. Did you have
Really?
traffic?
I didn't have a problem.
You didn't? Do you have traffic, Drew?
When I come in the morning, I'm lucky if I see one car.
Wow.
Well,
but I mean,
early.
I'm here for 30. So
Ooh, that's a little early.
tell them when you're here.
Man, you should have made the donuts this
there's-
morning on the way in.
there's nobody on the road, and if it is, it's always right at the Maverick. That's where you'll see some activity.
Sure.
Other than that, there's nothing in the morning on Iron Springs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not complaining. What
Yeah.
I look at is people are going to work.
Yep.
People have jobs. Kids are going to school. That's part of how a thriving town and a community works. People have jobs, so they're driving to work. It causes traffic,
Yeah.
but we have to, they're going to the doctor's offices, they're going to the hospital, they're going to the schools. Excuse me. That donut.
It's
But,
coming
it's
back.
coming
Relive
back,
it.
coming in hot. But that's how growing communities and successful communities is people going to work. If there was no cars, that would mean we
Yeah,
don't have
scary.
jobs. People aren't going to work, and I was thinking again on the way in is, well, how many different occupations are working while we're sleeping?
Around here, not a lot, but there are some for sure.
Sure, but you got your hospitals, you got your police, you got your fire. I mean, there's-
Amazon.
I don't know how those guys do it.
Dude, I got a package at 7 o'clock this morning. I was like, that's
Oh.
weird. I never get stuff that early.
Wow, you must have just ordered it last night then.
No, it's one of those subscription things.
Oh yeah, they keep doing that.
Yeah.
I did that with laundry soap, the little pods.
That's what it is. It's laundry soap.
Yeah, the Tide. I think I got 6 of them now. I'm giving them my name. Merry Christmas, neighbor. Have a little Tide. And they're kind of like looking at me like, that's weird. Bringing me
Pat-
laundry soap.
Sorry, I was going to say, Pat, we forgot about a lot of things. When I come in around 5, it's absolutely different because now you're on the road and you see a lot of people coming in, and you know who you see? You see the people that are delivering the bread and the supplies to the restaurants in the
Sure.
morning. Those guys are out full tilt, and the tow truck drivers are out. I mean,
Sure.
there's certain people you see consistently.
Right.
But around 5 o'clock, everybody starts coming out, and then of course your guys. When it was snowing, you had the guys with the plows,
Sure.
and there was a lot of activity. So, after 5, I would say there's probably 30% on the road.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, and I was down. I met some friends in Phoenix Sunday night and tried to eat there at Happy Valley.
Oh,
And
good luck on
first of all,
that.
first of all, you couldn't find a parking spot. We stopped at the Distillery. It was an hour and a half wait. Went over to what is that? A Texas Roadhouse or one of the steak places over there on by the freeway.
The one by Harkins. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
Texas
another
Roadhouse,
hour
yeah.
and a half. I mean, every place was packed.
Yeah.
Thank goodness Metro Center's kind of run down because we went down there and had a great meal at one of the other steakhouses. But it's busy, and I think this weather. You got the Phoenix Open coming up. You got Barrett Jackson. I think this weekend they got a big concert tomorrow night, country concert over there to kick off Barrett, and
Yep.
it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy times. But let's go back to, we're talking to Linda Acker, and everybody's kind of engaged in this. How important music is to our community, in whether it's karaoke, whether it's line dancing. You got to have music to line dance. How important. And I wonder, when did, we were a cowboy town.
I
I
think we
wonder-
still are.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, when did music really become a part of Prescott?
Well, if you're looking at Acronite, it was 1988.
Yeah, well, it may have started a little bit before then.
I think you've been here longer than everyone else, Pat, so you should be the one answering that.
Well, and I've got, Pops had Hooley was an artist in town, and he did a picture of the fire, and he had some prominent Prescott people, and I've got the picture still. It hung in the chamber, but, during the Whiskey Row fire, they were moving the musical equipment out into the street, and they were still playing.
Yeah,
I
and
guess
serving
that's what
drinks.
they did. Hey, the building's on fire. Let's move the piano out and keep it going.
Yeah.
Bring the bar out next because we can slop some drinks.
It's just going to get warm now.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have refrigerators then. I wonder how they kept beer cold back then. Boy,
I don't think
lot
they
of what
did.
ifs.
Yeah.
Drank whiskey. You don't
Yeah,
need
whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, you go back into the old cowboy. We're definitely off topic, but that's okay. They didn't have all this medical and pills, and I go to the VA, and anytime something's wrong, here's a new prescription for you. I got my own little pharmacy out at Antelope Hills, but they had whiskey and Marlboros or whatever their cigarette of choice, and I just had a heart attack, and let me get some whiskey and a cigarette, and I'll be back on the horse at 2. It's amazing.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it.
Yeah. They were tough dudes.
Yeah, well,
They were tough people back then.
well, and you can't tell me they didn't have cancer
Oh,
back then also.
they certainly did.
You
But
know?
their foods had a lot less garbage
Yeah.
in it, so that
Definitely.
helped them. But I was going to say, I did a little quick look up, Pat. If you go out there, they actually show music being played in the palace back in the late 1800s. So
Oh, wow.
That's
think
awesome.
about they were probably dancing and doing
Sure.
all that. And, you had the girls upstairs. So,
Right.
everything kind of
Yeah,
worked.
it was a happy evening.
Yeah, it was a
There
great
you go.
evening.
Good.
So,
Hey, we're gonna
the
take-
music scene goes back to the 1800s. Not a lot of people can say that.
We'll
in their
talk
town.
when we come back from the break. We're going to do another donut test, but when we come back, we're going to talk about music in the 1800s. So phone lines are open, 928-541-1016, and we'll be right back with the Leza Live Show. Welcome back to the Leza Live Show, the Thursday edition, January 15th, 2026. And we've got Linda Acker, Matt, and Drew. And
Oh,
we're
got
talking
it that time.
I know, I did pretty good. Hey, I know, I wrote it down on a napkin. Hey,
That's what it is.
we just had Maple Long John number 2. Linda, what are your thoughts?
That one is a content. That I like that one better. It tastes fresher and very good. So that one is number 1 for me.
Okay, Drew?
I like the consistency, and I thought the frosting had more maple in it, so better than the first one.
The texture. The texture had more frosting. I don't know what I'm saying. That was good. I'm trying, Drew.
You're
trying to be
doing
funny. Maybe I'd have learned some from Santos how to be a comedian.
No, you don't want to do
don't
that.
wanna do that?
You want to
No.
be funny, right?
There you
You
go.
want to be funny.
Ooh,
I hope he's
ouch.
listening. You
Got
should
it.
call in. No, he's
No,
not.
he-
He's not even up.
No, he never listens.
All right. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, number 2 so far is the leader.
2 is
Definitely
the
was
leader.
excellent.
Okay. All right. Number 2 is the leader, and I will give the results at the end. We still have 2 more, though. So we're talking about music, 1800s. We're talking about Aconite. I think, looking at Aconite, and this is meant as on a serious thing, some of the performers really are into that era, costume and music and stuff like that. And I think we had some at Aconite.
Yeah.
A lot of guitarists, a lot of single
Yeah.
guitarists this year.
And the music, the genres vary. I mean, it's not just country, it's not just rock. We've got jazz. I mean, we got a little bit of everything. So whatever your favorite is, we probably have it.
Well, and the kids dancing. I mean, you just can't beat those kids out there, and it's just so
Agreed.
cute to see the moms and dads bringing them in, and they're just smiling from ear to ear. They're
Yeah.
so proud, and the
Yeah,
kids are out there,
Kids really look forward to participating in Aconite. Yeah, they really like it.
it's just it's an amazing, it's a magical night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to expand someday. I think I don't see how it can't. Look at the boot drop. I mean,
Yeah, that's crazy.
it is crazy. I mean, I
Yeah.
looked at the pictures. There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
mean-
all in one little area.
Yep.
I mean, little old Prescott, there was not a hotel available for that boot drop. There was people staying all the way out in Congress and driving up.
Oh, wow.
And, Seligman, Ashford, there was no hotels available.
Sure.
So, having a couple new hotels coming in is going to help for sure.
Oh, definitely. Well, and then we were also competing against Flagstaff. They do the pine cone drop, and it looked like there was a lot of people there. I mean, there's a lot of people that come out for different, things, and it's just such a amazing, again. But I think we got to do a shout out this week. It's kind of a funny story. I live out by the Potter's house, so I'm out there taking pictures the other night but they've got their big conference going on.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I get a call yesterday morning from their head of security, and it's like, Mr. Kirkendall, were you taking pictures in the parking lot? I said, yeah, I was cruising around taking pictures, and they go, well, is something wrong? And I said, no. I said, I took pictures to send to Ted Gambogi with the city council so we could tell you thank you. And he was like, what? I said, you guys have been coming 40 years. You come twice a year. You fill every hotel room. You eat in the restaurants. The only thing
Absolutely.
you don't do is buy booze, and I'm sure some of them probably sneak outside and maybe, who knows? I'm not saying yes or no, but they spend a lot of money, and and they don't ask for anything. They don't say, hey, we need $30,000 so we can host a church conference from the bed tax. I mean, they come in here, they're self-sufficient. They're paying the police officers off duty to provide traffic control. What a little kick. We were in the hotel business for 20 years. I mean, that little kick the second and third week of January was nice, especially after you just wrote the big check for taxes and everything like that. But again, today's show is kind of about gratitude, saying thank you. We don't say thank you enough. Potter's House, thank you for coming twice a year and filling the hotel rooms. It keeps people employed. The boot drop. Hey, thank you, Matt, and everybody that puts on the boot drop. But, thanks to the people that support these things, because that's, we complain about the good old boys. The good old boys, the good old boys, the good old boys, the good old boys is what made Prescott, whether you like it or not. And, and a lot of them are what keep it going. It was a good old person, boy or girl, that started Aconite.
Yeah.
I mean, they invested, they saw a need, they invested, they put blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I'm not saying it's always the right thing, but things happen for a reason. We got to these places for a reason. And the great thing about Prescott is we're not afraid to say thank you.
And if I can jump in right now and give my thank yous to the businesses that opened their doors and paid their employees. They stayed open late, paid their employees. We thank you for participating. To all the performers that do it at no charge and give back their tips, we appreciate them also. Um, Fancy that. She buys all of those scarves and then gives us all of the money. So she's been doing this, was her 11th year. And Yavapai College. Thank
Sure.
you to Yavapai College, because we got quite a few thank yous that the parking was wonderful. They let us use their parking lot, and it was just a big success. This was our second year doing that, and it was a great experience for people to be able to find a place to park, be bussed down to the square. So, yeah, to all the people involved, thank you. The committee that put in all their hard work and hours of, getting people signed up.
Well,
Thank
it's a
you.
passion.
Yeah.
It's selfless service. It's giving back. But again, we all get a lot of certificates, and we all get a lot of recognition and trinkets and plaques and stuff like that. When I check out, I don't know where they're going. Probably the landfill. But the thank you means more than anything else. When somebody comes up and says, "Hey, thank you for doing this," it's priceless.
Yeah.
The simple
is.
gesture. So are we taking a break, or okay? We'll be right back with the Leza Live Show in beautiful Prescott. And we're back on the Thursday edition of the Leza Live Show, January 15, 2026. We're with Linda Acker, Drew, and Matt. We're talking about music, Prescott, gratitude, thank you, cowboy, line dancing. We're kind of hitting the whole spectrum. But, Linda, you were really hitting on some good points. Again, with musicians giving back their time. Normally, Friday night they would probably have a gig or be doing or something that was paid.
Yeah.
But for them to come in, and they start setting up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and they're there till 8 or 9 o'clock. That's 5 or 6 hours
Yeah.
that they're giving back. And I won't say they're giving back to the community; they're giving back to the kids.
Yeah. And they're just not musicians from here either. They're coming in from Tucson, and we had somebody last year in 2024 that was in from South Dakota. He just happened to be passing by, stopped and said, "Hey, do you need help anywhere?" Well, we had already had a band cancel, so it's like, yes, over here. So they're coming in from all over. So people are getting word of us.
Well, and again, there's no jealousy.
No.
I think, I know one of our larger performers that performs at the Elks has said, hey, this will be our last year, possibly because we want to give somebody else the chance to perform at the Elks.
Yeah. And they perform there. There is no ego, and it's Road 1 South. No ego to that band because they bring the kids in to share the stage with them and other groups to come and share the stage with them. So, I mean, they're giving the kids the opportunity to perform on big stages. So it's really heartwarming to see that.
There's always good sides and bad sides to everything. What do you think would be the result if Ackernite was not able to help the bands and the musicians and the kids out there? What would happen in our schools with music?
They just would go without.
Right.
We're helping the kids, so we're getting ready to go into our scholarship program now. So in February, we'll start taking applications for that. So the kids that get the scholarships might not be able to afford music lessons. So it is a big help. We are able to help the schools if they have a need for something. Little over a year ago, we gave Prescott High School, they needed new marching band podiums because what they were using was not safe for the kids anymore. So we were able to provide that. They might not have gotten those new safe marching band podiums if we had not stepped in and given them the money.
Well, and I think you did uniforms for Bradshaw Mountain.
Yeah, the bottoms.
The bottoms,
yeah.
Okay.
We also did new orchestra equipment for Chino Valley High School. So those kids would not have had musical instruments to play. Chino Valley High School did perform at Ackernite for the first time this year. And I got a heartwarming text message from that music teacher saying some of the kids that were performing solos were kids that she never thought would ever do that. So very touching. Yeah. So it's helping the kids.
And you have Santa Claus.
Oh, best Santa Claus ever, isn't he?
He is pretty good. He let me sit on his lap this year.
I did too.
I still haven't got the new Sprinter van, but I know it's on its way. I know his elves are building it up in Christmas land, but I know it'll come soon. But
so we have Santa every year. He's in a tent on Gurley Street. Kids can come down. They can tell Santa what their wish list is and take pictures, no charge. So
again, it's a festive night, and there's no cost.
No.
It's all
family
donation.
friendly. So I was riding around in a golf cart with you. You had taken me to a.
Sorry for making that curve too fast. How's your arm?
But just to drive around and see the families and the kids having fun and just everybody having fun. It's just a wonderful, wonderful event.
Well, and just like you said, it's not focused on drinking. It is focused on family.
Yep.
And, we have events that focus on different things, but this is about as wholesome. You got churches involved. You've got kids involved. You've got families involved. You got parents. You got seniors involved. I mean, it is just, it's so magical.
Yeah. And this year we had a few more food trucks that we normally do, trying to make sure everybody got something to eat because when we started our opening ceremony at 5 o'clock, people probably haven't had a chance to eat yet, and the restaurants are packed. So we had a few more food trucks for people.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, that's what makes it fun. This is your third year.
For me?
Yes.
Second year running it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any thoughts of what's the next surprise gonna be? Or can you say?
I have not thought of that yet. I'm just trying to recover from this past year.
Right. Right.
So we're getting ready to, like I said, we're going to go into our scholarships. So I write checks for the scholarships for the kids May 1st. And then we'll have maybe a month or so of downtime. And then we start back into planning for next year.
So how can kids apply for scholarships?
They're music teachers
Okay.
have to nominate them. So they can't just apply themselves. They have to be working with a teacher, and the teacher nominates them. So we give scholarships to school age kids, so kindergarten to senior in high school, and the teacher would nominate them. We do private music lesson scholarships, but then we also do dance because you've got music with the dance. So we have a brand new teacher that just applied about a month ago. She's a dance teacher.
Right.
So, that's good. So we'll be able to add her students to our list.
Now, have you had any big needs that you're aware of for any of our larger musical with the schools?
No, not so
Nothing
far
yet?
this year. I'm kind of touching base with them, and letting them know, hey, I'm going to be reaching out, and what do you need?
Mm-hmm.
What can we help you with?
Amazing, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, Acker's my favorite thing for all the Christmas events.
Really?
I
That's number
don't
one.
miss it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I kind of, been there, done that a million times over.
Sure.
But Acker, I make a point to be at.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, it's over by 8 o'clock, too, so you can be
8:30.
in bed by 8:30 and
Yeah.
in bed by 9.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm usually not, but sure.
And with with it spreading out the way it is, you can hit one area this year, and then you go do another area next year. So you're not seeing everything the same.
Well, you couldn't see it all.
No,
there's
no
I don't
way.
know if there. That might be something. If somebody could hit every performer,
Oh, it's tough.
we could do that next year, Matt.
Mhm.
Oh, no, it's tough. I used to hit as many as I could when I worked for the paper,
Uh huh.
and I think my limit was like 25. But I also had to have it done before Acker ended, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
That is
I would
crazy.
just hit Cortez, and I'd hit all of Cortez, and then I'd go to Gurley, and I'd hit like all of Gurley, and then I'd hit all of Montezuma, and then I'd have to run to the car.
You
That's what
got
I did.
Awesome. So we're going to take our final break on the Leza Show on Thursday, and we'll be right back. And we're back in the final segment of the Leza Live Show here Thursday, and we just did our final taste test on maple bars, and our donut sponsors, which I did pay for, so they didn't donate. We had Bolsa Donuts, we had Dunkin' Donuts, we had Outlaw Donuts, and we had Circle K Donuts. So, Linda, which was your favorite? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Number 2.
Number 2 was
Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts. Drew.
Number two.
Number two,
I
Duncan.
agree with her.
Okay.
Oh man. See, now I know, but I was going to say number 2 as well. I think number 2 was the best. It was a good mixture.
Yeah.
You know, and they were good. And everybody, and I'll just say it,
They were all good.
they were
Yeah,
all
they were
good.
all
I mean,
good.
for a maple, for a quick donut, they were all great. But Duncan did a great job, but they were all friendly. Every donut shop I went in this morning, in fact, it was interesting. One of them, which is the chain, which was number 1, I tried to tip, and they said, no, we can't accept tips. If you tip, it goes to corporate.
Huh.
Oh.
So I thought that was
Interesting.
interesting. The others, you know, Circle K couldn't do it, but the others, but, you know, everybody's just so good. We got such great places here, but, you know, if you need a maple bar in town, we got great maple bars
Yeah.
in beautiful Prescott. So, Linda, you had some more shout-outs and
Yeah,
thank yous.
I did want to mention we did the program for Acronite differently this year, and I don't know if people out there know that we have this great big beautiful program that you open it up. My husband did it, and he did it where one side of the program was all alphabetical order by businesses, the other was alphabetical order by performers, and then on the business part he had the genres, so you can find, you know, the genres and figure out what you like best and go do it. We also had it on our website, and we will do it again next year too. So, but there are programs available.
The program was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was beautiful this year.
Who does the printing?
EMI Printworks.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're such a great company.
Mhm.
They really are friendly. And
Mhm.
again, another great business in Prescott. We have so many great businesses.
Yeah.
You can't hit them all.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. I forgot about Frank's Mexican food when I was over by Outlaw, and it's like, I've been meaning to come here for like 1.8 years, you know, and you never, you know, you just never think that,
Yeah.
hey, try something new. You have your favorites, and,
Mhm.
you know, probably my favorite of Mexican food, which has been a long time, is El Charro Norte. Used to be El
Excellent.
Charro downtown. Now it's Parlor Donuts. I mean, but there's a piece there. It's called the Mexican French Toast that I love. And, you know, Gary kept it on, you know, in the menu, and it's just phenomenal. But we have so many unique and great places. And, you know, you go back to 130 businesses. I don't think I could name 130 businesses in Prescott, and that's just a drop in the bucket for how many businesses we have in our community.
Yeah.
Anything else stand out to you this year that was different besides the beautiful weather?
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, I prayed hard for that because this California girl doesn't really like the cold weather. But yeah, it was beautiful weather, and I think it did bring out more people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just an amazing night. I didn't thank our food vendors. You know, thank you very much for all of that they did and getting people served and pretty quick too.
We got to thank the school district for the parking over at the
Yeah, the Mile
old
High
junior
Middle
high.
s- yeah, thank
Definitely.
you.
We got to thank
Yeah.
our city employees. They're out there blocking off the roads, and they're
Yeah.
there all night, you know, making
Yeah.
sure. We got to thank the Arizona Rangers for protection, the
Yeah.
Prescott Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department.
Yeah, thank you.
The
Everybody,
ambulance folks?
yeah, everybody did such a great job making it very, very successful this
Okay,
year.
you got 1 minute, and it's all yours. And tell us when next year's is going to be.
Next year's is going to be December 11th.
Okay.
Acronite is always the Friday after the courthouse lighting. So this year, this year, December 11th. If you weren't able to make it and you would still like to donate, we do have a donate button on our website, which is acronite.com. We have a Facebook page that we keep you up to date, especially moving toward, closer to the event. We'll give you tips and trips.
Outstanding. Well, Linda, thanks for all you do. Thanks for coming. We're
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
To our grateful community, we're glad you're here and listening. To Leza and Scott Dandos, we say congratulations on your new grandbaby. Enjoy the cold weather out there. I may go put on some flip-flops and a T-shirt and may hit the golf course. Probably not, though. I got to work. But thanks for listening, everybody. Drew, Matt, fun. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Always.
Good. And next week, we're going to have Tom Riley with Habitat for Humanity. See you, and everybody have a great day.